We're talking to Dr. Duncan, who is the director of the Interdisciplinary Studies program at Tennessee State University. Of course, Dr. Duncan, let's pick up where we left off the last time. I think you promised that you'd give us some information relative to how students might be able to benefit from the interdisciplinary program. Let's talk about that now.
Well, Dr. Haney, one of the things that research has shown is that most people change careers multiple times in their life. Okay, it used to be you go to school, you major in something, you do that for the rest of your life. Well, as we've moved into a more global economy, things have changed and shifted. Companies are downsizing, and people are finding that what they majored in and what they thought they would do for the rest of their life, they're often not doing. What interdisciplinary studies does is it provides students with a generalist degree that means that they've got some flexibility. They can market themselves in a number of different ways. People often say, what can you do with an interdisciplinary studies degree? And what I say is, what can't you do with an interdisciplinary studies degree? It's true that you're not specialized in any one particular thing, but what you do is you show that you have the capacity to learn, and you're well-read, and you have a broad base. And so what most employers look for is when they hire someone, they want someone with strong communication skills, written and oral, and then they want to teach them the technical stuff. Because more often than not, the things that they're being taught in college, in the classroom, things have shifted a little bit.
I'm intrigued by the idea of a specialist in college. You specialize in something.
Right.
In reality, I think that we don't specialize. They don't specialize. You
Right.
get a little dapping of information here and there, but for the most part, there's a lot left to be desired in terms of talking about a specialization. But go on. Let's talk about further about how they might be able to achieve other things.
Right, and so what my program does is it allows the students to come in and to learn about things that they're interested in. I say psychology a lot because it's good to know how to understand people. If you can understand people, it opens all kinds of doors for you. If you can understand communication and the power of communication, because it truly is an art, there's an art to it. When you can learn the skills and the art, and you can master it, there's no door that can't be opened for you. So I think that when students understand that it's not just so much about, I need to major in this particular thing, it amazes me when people say, well, I'm majoring in English, and okay, well, what are you going to do with it? Well, I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
I just know I like English.
That's specialization.
That's right. But it's good to know not just what you're going to do, but to know that you just want to learn, to have a desire to learn. And I think we've kind of lost that in our attempts to almost vocationalize the university experience when that was not the foundation of the university. In fact, I told you that I taught African American studies in my study of Africa and understanding the first university. You learned that you had to master all of these different disciplines. That was a part of the education. It wasn't that you picked one. You had to know all of it. And so it's really moving more towards a more traditionally African-centered perspective in terms of the university and the academic environment.
And so in a real sense at Tennessee State University, students are given a wide range and a wide opportunity to advance even beyond the traditional departments.
Yes, and they really are. And the thing that's exciting as I look at my students and they come in and I talk to them, because one of the things that I do in my advising of the students is I ask them, what is it that you want to do when you get through? For many of my non-traditional students, they already have a job, okay? They need their degree for advancement and promotion on the job, okay? So their thing is, I just need to get a degree in something. And so then I ask them, well, what do you like? So that they can figure out what they like, what they enjoy. Take the opportunity to really use their electives, and not just, focus on their major stuff, but not take advantage of, what do you want to know about? You made that New Year's resolution to lose weight, especially my young ladies. I said, okay, you want to take class in human performance and sports science, I mean, because those things are important. It's important for you to take care of your health. It's important for you to understand sociology. It's important for you to understand history. It's important for you to understand psychology, communication.
It's important to do that, to come out as a well-rounded student, able to make some kind of advances beyond where you are.
That's right. That's right. And so that's what we try to generate. We try to generate people who are thinkers, critical thinkers, who have been exposed to a wide range of things. And unfortunately in the university, we have so specialized that we don't know what's going on in other areas. So it amazes me. My students come to me and they're sitting in my office looking at my books because they're always fascinated with what books are on your shelf. And they may be in an Africana Studies course. And they'll see the book that they're using for their class on my shelf, and they're like, well, that's the book that we're using in Africana Studies, you know? So it lets them know that there are connections and links across departments and across disciplines.
Well, you know, one of the things that I think is very, very important, and I think that being involved in the interdisciplinary program where people come and go in a real sense, why is it that we can provide financial resources for students, but yet and still we find that they are not able to take advantage of these resources? The lottery, for example. I think that's probably one of the problems that you're finding, that a large number of students who receive that money are not being successful. What can we do in reference to making them more successful in doing that?
Dr. Haney, we have to just stop focusing on the classroom. It's more to the college student experience than just the classroom. For example, when you look at student organizations, the students have to have a 2.5 in order to be involved in a student organization. Most student organizations you can't become a part of until at least second semester of your freshman year or your sophomore year. So you've had that first year not really connected, you know, away from home. For many students, you know, they lose their minds. That's what you do when you go to college, and mom and daddy's not there to tell you, you have to be in at a certain time, you have to go to class, you have to do your homework. So it requires that we take some actions that assist students by having faculty participate and interact with students outside of the classroom. For example, one of the things that I've done is I've started what I call the First Ladies Club of Tennessee State University. And it's designed to teach young women how to be ladies. But not just that, it's also designed to help them desire academic success and achievement in all areas of their life. So for the GPA, a student just needs to have 12 credit hours and they need to have at least a 2.0. And some people would say, well, why is the GPA so low? After that first semester of your freshman year, you may have messed up. You may have made some mistakes. But if you can get with a group of people who are committed to your success and helping guide you to improving your GPA, you increase the likelihood of retention. So when we talk about the lottery scholarship, we're really talking about students not really having the emotional support that they need once they come to college. Many of them are homesick. Many of them struggle. I have an open door policy, so my students know that they can come and talk to me. And I do that because I know that there are issues that they deal with that they may not really want to talk to a lot of people about. The reality is most of our students come to us with financial problems.
Very good. Of course, Doctor, let's stop for a moment here and have this final commercial break, and then we'll come back and deal with this, because I think this is a very, very important problem of the ability of money being there, but students are not successful. And we'll be back with our audience following this very, very short commercial break. We're talking to Dr.